Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. How's it going? I'm so excited you're here today because we're about to dive into something super helpful for your English journey. Did you know that confident English speakers aren't necessarily the ones with the biggest vocabularies? It's true. Fluency is often more about how smoothly and naturally you can express yourself, rather than how many obscure words you know. So, in today's video, we're tackling the big one: how to boost your English fluency. We'll be looking at practical tips and techniques you can use right away to start speaking more confidently and effortlessly, even if you don't feel 100% perfect in your grammar or vocabulary. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the key components of fluent speech, but you'll also have a handful of exercises you can start practicing immediately to see real improvement. Think of it like unlocking a hidden superpower: the ability to express your thoughts and ideas in English with ease and clarity. This can transform your conversations, presentations, and even your inner monologue. And, if you stick around until the very end, I'll be sharing a bonus tip, a little secret weapon I use personally, that will help you maintain your fluency even when you're feeling nervous or under pressure. It's a game changer, trust me. So, are you ready to unlock your fluent English speaker within? Let's get started. The crisp morning air nipped at my cheeks, a refreshing contrast to the warmth radiating from my oversized mug of coffee. My dog, Buster, a bouncy golden retriever with boundless energy, danced around my feet, leash in mouth, practically vibrating with excitement. All right, I get it. You're ready for your walk, I chuckled, setting down my mug on the porch railing. This was our daily ritual, and Buster took it very seriously. My roommate, Liam, emerged from the house, yawning and rubbing sleep from his eyes. "Morning, sunshine," I greeted him. "Ready to join us?" Liam squinted against the sunlight. "Nah, think I'll pass today. Big presentation later, need to go over my notes," he mumbled, retreating back indoors. "Suit yourself," I called after him, clipping the leash onto Buster's collar. "Come on, buddy, let's explore." Buster barked in response, a happy, throaty sound, and strained at the leash, eager to get moving. As we stepped onto the sidewalk, the familiar scent of freshly cut grass filled the air. The neighborhood was slowly waking up. A distant lawnmower hummed, birds chirped in the trees, and a couple jogged by, offering a friendly wave. We strolled through the quiet streets, Buster sniffing every bush, lamppost, and fire hydrant with enthusiastic curiosity. He was particularly interested in a small, fluffy white dog being walked by an elderly woman across the street. Buster whined softly, pulling towards the other dog, his tail wagging furiously. "Easy, Buster," I said gently, holding the leash firm. "We don't want to scare them." The woman smiled and nodded, holding her dog closer. "He's just a puppy," I explained, offering an apologetic smile. "Oh, aren't they all just bundles of energy at that age?" she replied, her voice warm and crinkled like a well-loved book. "What breed is he?" "He's a golden retriever," I answered. About a year old. Still learning the ropes. He's beautiful, she commented, admiring Buster's shiny coat. Reminds me of my old dog, Charlie. He was a golden too. She sighed, a wistful look in her eyes. Enjoy him while he's young. They grow up so fast. I will, I promised, giving Buster a gentle pat. We continued our walk, leaving the woman and her fluffy companion behind. We rounded the corner onto Elm Street, and that's when the trouble began. A squirrel darted out from a tree, scampering across the sidewalk right in front of Buster. He lunged forward with a bark, the leash slipping from my grasp. Buster! No! I yelled, my heart leaping into my throat. He took off after the squirrel, a blur of golden fur, the abandoned leash trailing behind him. Panic tightened its icy grip around my chest. Elm Street was busy, cars whizzing by. I had to catch him before he ran into the street. Buster! I shouted again, sprinting after him. He was fast, incredibly fast. The squirrel zipped up a tree, chattering triumphantly from a high branch, while Buster circled the trunk, barking furiously. A young man walking towards me, headphones around his neck, saw what was happening. Need a hand? He called, his voice laced with concern. Yes, please. I gasped, struggling to catch my breath. He slipped his leash. He's crazy for squirrels. The man, who introduced himself as David, quickly assessed the situation. Okay, let me try and corner him, he said, moving to the other side of the tree. He'll probably come back to the tree if he loses sight of the squirrel. His strategy worked. Buster, realizing the squirrel was out of reach, trotted back towards the tree, whining softly. David managed to grab the trailing leash, holding him firmly. Got him, he announced, handing me the leash with a relieved smile. Glad we caught him before he got hurt. Me too, I said, my voice shaky with relief. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without your help. No problem, David replied. Happens to the best of us. He gave me a friendly nod and continued on his way. I knelt down and hugged Buster tightly. You scared me half to death, you silly dog, I whispered, burying my face in his fur. He licked my cheek apologetically, tail thumping against the ground. After that little adventure, our walk became much calmer. Buster, seemingly chastened by his near miss with traffic, stayed close by my side, occasionally glancing up at me as if to make sure I was still there. We finally made it back home, both of us a little tired but glad to be safe. As I unclipped Buster's leash, Liam emerged from the house, looking refreshed. How was the walk? He asked, stretching. Eventful, I replied, recounting the squirrel chase. Liam laughed, shaking his head. Typical Buster, he said. Never a dull moment with that dog. I had to agree. Taking my dog for a walk might not always be a peaceful stroll in the park, but it's never boring. Speaking practice. Practice speaking this sentence aloud, focusing on clear pronunciation and intonation. He took off after the squirrel. a blur of golden fur, the abandoned leash trailing behind him. Vocabulary explanation. 1. Chastened, subdued or humbled, often as a result of being reprimanded or corrected. Example: the child was chastened after being scolded for misbehaving. 2. Eventful, full of events, especially exciting or important ones. Example: it was an eventful day, filled with unexpected twists and turns.